And top of the day to you, morning to you, Tuesday morning to you. April the 25th. Can you believe that? Seems like yesterday we were celebrating New Year's. And here we are almost halfway through the year already. My name is Mike. I'm your host. This is Morning Coffee with TALTOA. We get together every Monday through Friday morning about this time, 6 a.m. to be exact. Except for when we do a live stream, like we did Friday. Did you miss it? Go back and watch it. Pretty good stream. But 6 a.m. it drops, and we also drop the podcast. It drops at the same time, 6 a.m. on the podcast. If you have a podcast app, you're unable to watch the video on YouTube. Well, you'll find it on your favorite podcast app. Just do a search for Morning Coffee with TALTOA. Now, also, you will be able to find the FBTV podcast. We do that once a week as well. Got one going to be dropping later today, maybe first thing in the morning. Be looking for that. We ask that you reach down, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. How do I make this do that? Let me give you, there it is. All right, see, should work. There it goes. Look at that. Subscribe right up there. How about that? Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, subscribe. You can even click the like, too. That will help us out a lot. We're trying to get the word out about the FBTV YouTube channel. Matter of fact, if you're listening to the podcast, youtube.com/Freight Broker TV. All right. TALTOA, we do have a YouTube channel over there too. youtube.com/TALTOA. TALTOA, I'm the lead consultant for TALTOA, if you didn't know that already. TALTOA is a transportation and logistics training and consulting firm. We train and consult freight brokers, freight broker agents, trucking companies. All the details on our website, TALTOA.com, TALTOA.com. Packages starting as low as $295, going up from there. Check it out. Complete essential training, followed by the opportunity to enter our mentorship program. That's included with your packages, which include that option, as well as a consulting period. So check it all out. All right, very good. Okay, this week we are talking about the 5 broker habits that can guarantee success. Can guarantee. The word there, can, that implies that they can, but you got to do the work. Yesterday, we talked about prospecting. Prospecting is simple. You should be doing that already. Matter of fact, something we didn't bring up yesterday, probably should have, is that if you're a driver, especially OTR, and even if you're regional, local, at some point in your past, you probably did do OTR. OTR, for those of you who don't know, over the road. Well, generally drivers, if you're a driver, you get pretty good notes. Places you went, places you picked up, places you delivered, all that kind of stuff. Pull that information out, man. That could be a gold mine waiting for you. Anyway, we're talking about making sales calls today. Now, if there's one thing that will sink a broker quicker than anything, it's the failure to make a sales call. If you don't make a sales call, I mean, look at it this way. If you don't have customers, you don't have loads. If you don't have loads as a freight broker, you can't make money. How do you get those customers so you have loads? You've got to make the sales call. Sales call is simple. It's simple. Matter of fact, in training, we give you a script. Nothing to it. Identify yourself, what you're there for. Ask how you can help. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. Your sales call doesn't need to be over 10, 15, 20 seconds long. I know there's a lot. We've had clients come back to us. Mike, here, check out our sales call. 2 pages long, man. I mean, 2 full pages long of script. No. First of all, you got to remember who you're talking to. More times than not, whoever you're talking to, they're getting on that forklift just as much as they're getting on the phone arranging for trucks to come in and pick up the freight. They're pretty much blue collar. You're not talking to somebody on the 57th floor of a big old conglomerate building. You're talking about somebody usually out in the warehouse or right there getting their hands dirty with everybody else. They don't have time. They don't have time for the chit chat. They're busy. And they get a lot. They're on that phone all the time. You got to remember that. They are on the phone constantly. Okay, bottom line. So you want to get in and get out. Now, another trick with the sales call. and we go over this in detail in training. Don't try to make them say yes if they already said no. If they say no, get off the phone. Don't. I know in any other sales, you're going to have a rebuttal. You're going to have comebacks. You're going to have ways to keep that conversation going. You don't want to do that as a broker. Now, here's why. You can kind of weigh my logic and do what you wish to do. Keep in mind, as a consultant, all we can do is make recommendations. It's up to you to actually make the final decision. I had that discussion with the client the other day. But the minute you start trying to talk them into saying yes, you are officially wasting their time, and that becomes their reality. You could probably try to call them back a couple of weeks from now, and they'll remember you. You're that broker. You're the one that wasted all my time. Got to remember, these people in shipping, they're on that phone all day long. I mean, you think you're going to be on the phone a lot. These people in shipping, they're talking to everybody. I mean, they're like the lieutenant in the military. How lieutenant salutes everybody. That guy in shipping, that gal in shipping, they're on that phone all day long. They're talking to everybody. Everybody from salespeople, their customers, trucking companies, dispatchers, drivers, brokers, other salespeople that just have others, tangible goods to sell maybe. They're on that phone all day. When they say no, say thanks, get off the phone. Because you'll be lost in the sea of the phone calls they got as long as you don't do anything to be memorable. You could probably call them back tomorrow, and they wouldn't remember you called yesterday because you did nothing to become memorable. And I'm not saying call them back tomorrow. You can develop your own system, and we go into detail about that in training. But you get the idea. Once you try to talk them into saying yes, it's pretty much done. You're going to have a heck of a time trying to get back in that door. So keep that in mind. Sales call, how many? In training, we'll tell you. You need to make a couple of 100 calls a day. 200, that's the kind of reaction we get. The point is, you've got to make a lot of sales calls. Now, I'm going to talk about time management tomorrow. But one of the things about time management, and this is one of the biggest new broker mistakes that can be made. A new broker makes a sales call. They pick up a customer. The customer says, here, I got a couple of loads. You want to help me? And the new broker, they get all excited. They're flustered. It's what they've been looking for. They've been looking for them loads. And they put their prospect list aside and spend the rest of the day trying to find a truck or two to move a load. At the end of the day, they haven't found a truck, and they wasted a lot of time trying to find trucks to move those loads. Now, here's why. That new customer you just picked up, they're a new customer. They are already working with other trucking companies and brokers. These are the leftover loads. If the people they work with, the people with experience, contacts, things of that nature, which you're just starting out, you're not quite there yet. If they can't find trucks to move those loads, you're probably not going to be able to either. So the best thing you can do is get those loads posted, get back on the phone making sales calls. That's just going to put you closer to success. Time management, we'll get into that tomorrow. All right, hope that helped you out. Check out our website, TALTOA.com. We're here to help. If you find any packages that interest you, feel free to call me. Phone number is right there, 479-668-0838. All right, go have a great Tuesday, unless, of course, you've made other plans. We'll see you later.